Deepak picked up his bag and ran down the winding road on his way to school. He heard the school bell ring and said to himself, "There goes the school bell. It is welcoming me." As he ran in, the giggles and chatter of other children greeted him. He entered the classroom and sat on a seat near the window, his favorite corner. He took out his book and the class teacher entered. "Good morning, ma'am," greeted the students. She smiled and looked around. "Good morning, dear children. Today we will read about a very famous person who was also the president of our country. Look at this picture and let me see how many of you can guess his name." All the students shouted, "APJ Abdul Kalam." "Yes," she said. Deepak, like others, opened his book and waited. He had started coming to school after a gap of 1 year. After his father's death in the city, it was not possible for his mother to send him to school. They moved to their village and she started working in the fields to earn a living. Deepak wanted to become a police officer, but his dream was shattered. Life went on, and one morning he saw a big board at the village crossing. The villagers had gathered around it and were discussing in exciting voices. They said that a big industrialist was setting up a school for the children of 10 surrounding villages. All the children would be provided education, books, and uniforms free of cost. It was truly a blessing for many. Within months, the school was functional and Deepak was very happy to resume his studies. His mother got a helper's job in the same school. "Deepak, can you read the lesson for us?" said the teacher. He confidently replied, "Yes, ma'am." He read aloud, "Avul Pakir Janulabdin Abdul Kalam, popularly known as Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, was an Indian scientist who was also the 11th President of India. He was born on 15th October 1931 at Rameshwaram in Tamil Nadu in South India. His father, Janulabdin, was a boat owner and his mother, Ashiamma, was a housewife. He came from a poor family and started to work at a very early age to earn money for his family members. He loved his family. He scored average marks in school but was very hardworking and intelligent. He spent hours studying, especially mathematics. After school, Kalam distributed newspapers to earn money. He studied at Rameshwaram Elementary School. Once Abdul Kalam completed school, he went to St. Joseph's College, Tiruchirappalli, affiliated to the University of Madras. He graduated in physics in 1954 and moved to Madras in 1955 to study aerospace engineering. Once the dean was not happy with his work and wanted him to complete his project in 2 days' time. Abdul Kalam worked very hard and completed his project on time to the dean's surprise. After graduating from the Madras Institute of Technology in 1960, Kalam worked as an aerospace engineer with the Defence Research and Development Organization (DRDO) and later with the Indian Space Research Organization (ISRO). He was the project director of India's first indigenous satellite launch vehicle SLV-3, which deployed a satellite called Rohini in July 1980. He is called the Missile Man of India. He also played an important role in India's Pokhran-2 nuclear tests in 1998. Abdul Kalam was elected the President of India in 2002. He was a visiting professor at the Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad, and the Indian Institute of Management, Indore. He was also the Chancellor of the Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology, Thiruvananthapuram. He was also involved in various other educational institutes. He has written many famous books like India 2020, A vision for the new millennium, ignited minds, wings of fire, and Mission India 2020. Abdul Kalam loves the youth and children. He felt happy to meet them. He believed that they are the future of our country. The teacher said, "Good reading, Deepak. I am so proud of you. Let us all clap for him." The children clapped loudly, but Deepak was lost in thoughts. On his way back from school, he was quiet. At night, he told his mother, "Mama, I want to become a scientist like Dr. A.P.J. Abdul Kalam." She smiled and hugged him. "What does that mean? But I am sure you will do well." Deepak felt happy.